Hello, this is not a spring chicken. You know, things are just, shall we say, in the air changing because today Philip Morris is cheering, yes, of overregulation of the tobacco industry. Now, isn't that kind of odd? Because, you know, they're going to probably tax him out of existence or legislate him out of existence. Isn't President Obama addicted to nicotine? Kind of interesting. But for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. And now here's the funny part is it looks like it's late afternoon, evening, and it's darker. It's just that it's dark outside.
It's early in the morning.
It's not that early. It's 10 a.m.
Well, it's early for somebody that works until 5.
Well, you know, they did say that the forecast is overcast, cloudy, and drizzly all this weekend.
Which basically has been every day for going on 2 months now.
I know. June gloom has extended itself. But North Korea may be prepping new nuclear test.
I know. I mean, doesn't it bother anybody that they can simply do a nuclear test whenever they choose? That sounds like they've got quite a few little toys to play with.
I think so too. And I can guess when the next one's going off. Probably the 4th of July. What do you think?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Iranians begin voting in key presidential election.
Yeah, like if anybody didn't believe this one, there were so many people voting that they violated their voting laws and extended the voting for 6 hours.
Wow, imagine that.
That's right.
You could probably vote more than once there too.
Yep.
Okay, analysis. Will Obama be the Harry Truman of gay rights?
Oh, that's got to be the most ridiculous thing, that Obama is, basically they said he's only in office, and a lot of the Democrats in office because the conservatives didn't vote. And then second, the black voters and Hispanic voters don't believe in gay rights, so he offends 3 different groups the instant he passes gay rights legislation.
Well, the other part I don't understand is how he would sit there and support it, because the blacks don't support it and Muslims aren't supportive of it.
I know. That's why there's no chance whatsoever he's going to do it.
Yeah, radioactive wasps bug out cleanup workers at nuclear site.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, you know, probably eventually you're going to have the wasps the size of houses now.
Come on.
Well, that's what happens when you're radioactive wasp in the movies.
Computer problems at Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. Supposedly, 250 of the important stocks aren't being computer traded at the moment. Isn't that amazing?
Computer problems. I wonder what
For
happened.
250 of the important stocks.
Now that's kind of interesting, because isn't the Dow Jones Industrial Average 500 stocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or wait, no, that's S&P 500. No, it's Dow Jones.
They trade 3,000 stocks on the exchange. 250 of the most important stocks aren't trading because of a computer problem, which is, if anybody knows about computers, you can't selectively pick 250 stocks out of 300.
Yeah, and something doesn't sound right.
It means they're tanking, and he wants the stock market to go up for another week.
Yeah. Mexico nabs drug suspect wanted in Tijuana battles.
Well, yeah, and then he'll be released probably this afternoon.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
No smoking. Historic vote could bring new limits.
Yeah, and let's make sure we're talking about it. And Philip Morris is dancing in the streets and in their offices, because this is the greatest moment in American history, brought to them by the greatest president.
Oh, that's true. Well, on other news, yeah, that's a lot of yes. Air France didn't install updates a couple weeks prior to the jet going down.
Oh, I know. They said, you know, I fly, and I know if a plane flies too fast, you slow the plane down, and you know it in the plane. Second, if it flies too slow, you know it in the plane. Well, and third, they just don't blow up in the air if you're flying too fast or flying too slow.
I know, and these were the speed sensors, so it just, I mean, it sounds like, well, maybe they didn't do it, but it doesn't sound like that had anything to do with it.
And the passengers all know it.
Yeah. No smoke. Oh, wait. Police, we weren't chasing car before the Philly crash.
That's also fat category under the BSK. You know that when my father was a police officer in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, the Los Angeles Police Department had a no chase thing because of the fact that they weren't permitted to chase people. Because what, they knew who they were, so there was no reason.
So what do you need to chase them for?
But now they chase them, they kill people, and you can't do anything.
Well, and then they have all the people following them. So I think sometimes they make it worse because they know it gets news coverage, and some people do that just for that?
According to the law, I think it's still on the books. It says specifically, and you can't, most states have it, that if a chase is going to cause an endangerment to the people around you, you don't chase, you just follow.
I remember one time my brother had called me up and said, "Did you see the chase on the news in LA?" I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, whatever." And at that time, we had one chase a week for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, but it just continues. You see it all because it draws the helicopters. Okay, they will not cut into news anywhere except for car chases. I mean, you can have, okay, a nuclear bomb goes off in the capital of Israel. That would get no news.
Well, the earthquake here didn't get any news.
But if, man steals car from parking lot, that's where you get lots of coverage.
Oh, yeah. War funding bill back on track for passage.
Oh, yeah. Supposedly, Obama has given his word that by executive order he's going to stop the pictures. Oh, he's not. Well, first of all, we know Obama's word. Here's the Obama flip-flop. We know what Obama's word is. It is useless.
Yeah, but if he ordered it...
Yeah, but they're just simply... He basically knows that the court system is going to override him.
Well, Obama taps more big donors for ambassadorships.
Isn't that amazing? He's basically, it's called, first of all, to the victor goes the spoils.
Yep. Isn't that the case? Report, Bush administration's gas lease is too close to parks.
Oh, well, like it makes any difference. They're not allowing you to do any drilling to begin with. So, that's irrelevant.
That's probably how they got the gas leases in the first place.
Yeah.
U.S. video game sales slide 23% in May.
Oh, I know. I knew they were sliding, but we kept getting this information from well-placed sources that all the other parts of the industry, except the porn part, was dying. Video sales were just roaring.
That sounds like the real estate market.
Yeah.
Yeah. AMA wary of Obama call for public health insurance.
Well, yeah, because there is no support for a single-payer system, which Obama's headed towards, and everybody knows it.
And we know that because?
Well, because everybody in the world says they're going to single-payer. Because his system as designed puts all of the private businesses out of existence.
But you can choose which provider you would like.
Yeah, until he decides that you're not going to have that choice.
Yeah. American Air to cut 1,600 jobs, and Delta may follow on travel drop.
Well, yeah, and the reason the travel drops is because this is one of the big idiot things. They raised the prices and thought that people were going to continue to fly.
You know what? Here's the interesting part is they raised all the prices, right, when people were starting to have problems, and they raised them all and scared everybody away from flying.
I know, isn't that brilliant?
Oh. Schwarzenegger takes step towards carrying out budget threat.
But he's going to shut down the government. Basically, he's not doing that to get the attention of the congressman. He's doing that because they need to raise new taxes. And you figure, well, if I shut everything down, they'll immediately have the emergency tax raise.
Oh.
Yep.
Egypt, Obama in Cairo, equivalences and silences. Now that's an interesting topic.
Basically, no one buys anything he says on either side because they know that that the United States word isn't worth anything under Obama.
Uyghur detainees prospective neighbors wary in Bermuda and Palau.
Well, yeah, they don't want those people next to them, but the state, Bermuda's getting paid off. I think it was $11 million a person. Palau's $20 million a person.
I think we should take detainees.
Yeah.
We'll even set up a spot for them.
I know. Well, I did hear like that. One of the Fox commentators said that she offered to have her husband become a terrorist, and then he could be sent to Bermuda, and she could be his guardian for $20 million.
Obama officials to skip event for mayors, citing picket line. Yeah,
so much being president of the United States, and basically he is the head of the unions, and that's all that Obama and his people are.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, if you know the stocks are worthless and you buy them and you lose everything you've got, you have no reason to complain.